Welcome back to another installment of Midweek Connection. I'm Pastor Luis, and I'm here with Marcia Phillips, who is the coordinator of our thrift shop. And we are just going to talk a little bit about yourself and the ministry here at our church. So Marcia, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was a school teacher for 34 years, elementary teacher, retired around the time we started coming to church here. My wife, Jackie, and I think started here in about 2006. I was raised a Methodist, went to the UCC, and then ended up here at Central when our church closed. So I'm very happy that we did. No children, just four fur babies right now. Lived in the Central Indiana area my whole life.
So you started at Central around 2006. Is that the way you got introduced to the thrift store, or how did you get involved with this ministry?
When I retired from teaching, I asked Pastor Linda what volunteer opportunities there would be here, and she suggested the thrift store. So I came down and worked the usual jobs of sorting, processing clothes, and Millie Gardner, who was in charge at the time, suggested I come in and learn the cashier job. So I did that, and then a year or two later, she suggested that I take over leadership of the thrift store. And if you know Millie, she suggests it, you do it. So I've been the coordinator of the thrift store ever since then. And that's really where I found my passion for this ministry, working with the people. When I was processing behind the scenes, I didn't really get to know customers. Now I've gotten to know many of whom become good friends of mine, and just really enjoy working with them.
So we are sitting in the thrift store right now, and there are items all over where people can purchase. Can you kind of explain to me, how do we get our items? How are they processed? Who helps in that process? Kind of the logistics of what the thrift store is.
Well, we're open every Monday from 10 to 1. We used to be open on Saturdays during food pantry. That ended during the pandemic, but we're talking about starting that up again soon. We have 12 volunteers right now, 3 of them from Zionsville Christian Church. Our product that we sell in here comes from Zionsville Christian, Central Christian members, from customers, from just people that call up and say, hey, do you want things? And so typically the processing occurs on Mondays. People just sort things, price them, put them in the store. The best time to bring donations would be on a Monday morning when we're all here to process them, but they can be brought in anytime really that the church is open.
I'm pretty sure that each week there is a profit made. What happens to that?
Some people may think it goes to the budget of the church. It does not. Every bit of money that we make goes back out into the community in some form. Zionsville Christian, Pastor's Discretionary Fund, Central Christians, and there's a list of about 12 or 15 social service agencies that we give money to on a regular basis.
So when you say Pastor's Discretionary Fund, what do you mean by that?
That's the fund where if someone comes in needing assistance, the pastor has the discretion of, handing them a check for whatever amount that they need. And Zionsville works the same way, I think.
So the money that is raised in this process goes back to the community that we're a part of, and helping pay bills, bus passes, different items such as that.
And we give money to Gleaners Food Bank, to the Damien Center, the Julian Center, a lot of other agencies as well that probably serve a lot of our population that shop here. I mean, we get people that work at the federal building, but we also get a lot of people who are homeless or live at one of the shelters nearby. So that's where we give our money.
You've been involved in this ministry hands-on for quite some time. Is there something you can share with us, a story, anything that tells us about the impact that this thrift shop has on the community that we serve?
I don't think a week goes by that someone doesn't say, we are so glad you're here. Some people tell us, they can't afford to shop anywhere else. And I know they were really happy when we reopened our Christmas sale this year. It hadn't been open last year. One lady had left here with about 3 large trash bags of toys, just thrilled that she could buy Christmas presents for her kids where she couldn't afford it otherwise. I remember one gentleman that used to come in all the time and buy every candle that we had in the store because he was living in a house without electricity. That was his only source of light. Probably the one that stands out the most to me, though, is this young man, probably in his 20s, came in, I'd never seen him, bought every pillow we had, bed pillows, throw pillows, paid for them. And as he left, he said, I'm so glad you had these. Tonight I won't have to sleep on the ground. And that really brought home to me why we're here. That we charge, but the amount that we charge is so negligible that even people on, assistance programs or whatever can afford to come here. We get people coming straight out of prison that come here to buy pots and pans for their new apartment. I don't think I really realized why it was considered a ministry until I quit sorting things and came out here and started working with the people.
So what ways can our community contribute to this ministry?
They can offer to volunteer. We've got several right now, but we can always use more people. They can bring in things. I would say we probably sell 70% clothes, especially after the pandemic. That's what people were wanting. They were wanting clothes. But we also sell a lot of housewares. We sell toys. We sell knickknacks. We sell just about anything you're going to find in a thrift store anywhere.
Can people donate to the thrift store monetarily as well?
They can. In that way, their money would just go right back out into the community. I mean, we wouldn't use it for buying things for the store because we don't buy the things that we sell. We just rely on donations. They can. It doesn't happen very often, but we have had that happen.
Well, Marcia, thank you so much for your leadership in this ministry, and we're thankful that you can continue to serve in that way. Thank you so much for joining us for this midweek connection, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. God bless and take care.